All right, guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So the big questions and stuff and concerns I read in the comments, we're going to address today. The main one is my family will not prep, or my family won't prep. They think I'm crazy. So let's address this. But first, you got to have coffee. That's hot. Now, with this particular question, comment, scenario, what do you do? All right, guys, I'm going to tell you what we do. What you do is up to you. What you do with your family, if you speak to them, you hate them, you whatever. That's on you, not me. So I do have family members that I care about. They're not preppers. They do not see the need to be a prepper. They do not view the world as we do. As a matter of fact, a couple of these individuals they just avoid it. It affects their life worrying about anything, or even, and that's the thing, they say they're worrying about stuff. So they remove all stress out of their life and just live their life. If something happens, then something just happens. We're preppers for a reason. We know that the government's not going to be there to render aid, and or depends on the scenario, they might be behind it. Just depends on what the SHTF event is. Now, ideas. So we try to show you what we do here on the channel. I'm not here to tell you what you need to do. I just show you what we do, and you can use that as a suggestion. You can follow up with it, whatever. I don't care. I'm just showing you what we do. Now, we do have some family members that are out of town, not too far away. Let's take example, my mother-in-law. For some reason, my mother-in-law loves me. I don't know why, but it's a good thing. But she lives out in Tallahassee. It's about a 2-hour drive, and we have multiple ways of getting there. Now, she's not a prepper, all right, but I actually do love my mother-in-law. So to help safeguard her in case of a SHTF event, we went and made bundle packets, basically. Basically, we're doing small survival stocks of equipment and food that she keeps at her location, and that way she has something in place until I arrive. Now, we won't go into the logistics of routes, multiple ways of arriving to a destination. We've done many videos on that in the past, and I encourage you to do the same. You need to have multiple ways to get to a location. Same with a bug out location. And the internet is full of bug out locations that are stupid because you'll die in the woods. The people that are saying this are not preppers. We prepare from all different angles. We look at many different angles on every scenario. There is a time for bugging out. You just have to plan for it, prep for it, and have it ready to go when it comes knocking on your door. All right, so let's get into this. So you can't make somebody do something, all right? There's actually laws against that, just so you know. And you might actually rub your loved one wrong, and then they start hating you, okay? You'll be the crazy cousin, crazy nephew, aunt, uncle, whatever. All right, so what you do is you try to prepare for them. Now, we had done a video pretty recently talking about Christmas gift ideas for your family. You know, even a Sawyer water filter. At least you got a water filter. Some liked the idea, some didn't. You know what? That's fine. You do you, I'll do me. I'll show you what we do. So we try to make kits for our loved ones. That way, if they're in our plans to go get and bring back to our location, they can stay alive till we get there. All right? So basically, you're making them preppers without them being a prepper. You're supplying them with supplies until you can arrive to pull them out of a dangerous situation. Now, with all these things, of course, alternative power, alternative heat, water filtration, food, these are just the basic items. These are basic items that you need to live. You need to survive. All right, now I've seen the comments, you don't need power. You do if people are dependent on electricity for medical equipment. You do need power. But I'm not here to argue with you. So let's go ahead and get over some of the items that we have here and give you guys a couple ideas. All right, food. Now, what we have here is long-term storage food. Some of these, or most of these, we're affiliated with. Mountain House we're not affiliated with, but I use Mountain House also. We have Fort Patriots, Legacy, we have Nutrient Survival. We also have Augason Farms. I don't have that at this location because that is part of our bug out plan, is where our Augason Farm stocks are. But this is something that lasts up to 25 years. Okay, this food you can purchase, put in a tub, and they can put it in a closet somewhere, slide it underneath the bed, whatever, and they don't have to worry about it. It's not in their way until they need it, and it lasts up to 25 years. Now, with this stuff, guys, you don't have to have this to survive. We have done almost every week weekly prep videos. All right, we have shown purchasing food from the store, dry goods, canned goods, stocking that up for a normal rotational stock. Okay, we went over this a lot. But if you're making a care package, something like this for a family member, these things here seem to be more received well compared to if you canned a whole bunch of stuff up yourself and brought a bunch of glass jars to them and they're not preppers. One of the first things they do is don't eat. I only buy from the store. I've seen all kind of different excuses. Okay, but you do you. All right, if that's the route you want to go that route. Okay, cans of chicken, they're freaking awesome. Cans of Spam, yeah, I love Spam. So we have Fort Patriots. Fort Patriots is a great brand. We got affiliated with them about a year ago, I believe it was. I love their products, guys, and all different types of affiliate programs. People have their yays and nays and whatever. We show you what we use. I like Fort Patriots a lot because on top of their products is also the charity work they do. A lot of you guys don't know this. Is if you actually go to their website and check out some of their information, they do a lot of charity work for veterans, families, you name it. They are always working with their community around them. This is why I like using them a lot. Plus, their products are great. So, we had done videos on the past on the 2-month supply, food supply that they send. Big old tubs. I think they're like 50 pounds a piece. Should be a pop-up there for you. Recently I had a comment. Somebody called me a liar because in that video I said if you use my link, you could only use my link to get these extra products. And they comment the other day, well, you're a liar. I went to the website. At the time of filming, you could only get those additional products using my link. And that came directly from Fort Patriots. Now, months later, they incorporated onto the website. That doesn't make me a liar. It means that they changed their availability for the product. So you might want to check on things before you start calling people liars. All right, next up is Legacy Food. Legacy Food we've been using for, oh man, almost 4 years. Ever since we started the channel. The first year that we started our channel, they were the first long-term food company that accepted us into the affiliate program. We've been using Legacy Food for a very long time, and we still use them. They are also part of our outdoor survival course. I actually supply our students with Legacy meal when they come in for the course. That way they have their food, because you have to be able to cook and everything else during those days we're doing the course. So we still use Legacy Food. Legacy Food is a great product, so we still use them. Also, Mountain House. Stuff lasts near forever. I actually like Mountain House a lot. You just boil water, pour the boiled water in, stir it, seal it, and it cooks itself. All right, it's already cooked. You just got to heat it up, basically. All these other products, you have to cook, okay? But they last 25 years. Mountain House, we are not affiliated with, but Mountain House is not cheap. You're talking about $10 per pouch. And the pouch serving sizes are usually only 2 serving sizes. This is why we go with the larger bags. We're talking 4 to 6 serving sizes per meal set, per pack. And the price of these are actually a little less than $10 a pop. So, serving size difference, you get more out of these. Also, I don't want to forget Nutrient Survival. We've been with them for a while. Last Christmas, I believe it was, we had done some giveaways and stuff with Nutrient Survival. We still buy Nutrient Survival. I don't buy as much Augason Farms because we already have a large supply of that. That stuff lasts. The ones we have last 10 years. Nutrient Survival, you're talking 25-year shelf life. Now, this is emergency food, long-term emergency food. Long-term emergency food is expensive. You're paying for packaging, you're paying for the freeze-dried process, you're paying for all that. Shipping, everything goes into this. Okay, so it all trickles down to the price of your product. I have spoken on this so many times on this channel. You do not have to have this to survive. All right, this is nice to have, but stockpiling canned goods and dry goods, Mylaring this stuff up will last a very long time. All right, we have normal canned goods and dry goods in a 2-year stock. We have 2-year supply of normal food. We buy this stuff because we want that 25-year shelf life on it. That's why we stock this stuff up. And plus, it's easy to hand out to somebody when in need. So I'm going to move this. We're going to get into some more of the products and ideas for you. Wait one. Oh yeah, good old coffee. So another idea besides long-term food stores for gift idea to get somebody else prepared for an emergency is Mylar, or stockpiling canned goods, dry goods. Mylar is one of the top on the prepping staples. It really is. Mylar lasts a very long time and it preserves food. This here is beans. It's a gallon of beans. This is actually 5 pounds of beans. This in here is red kidney beans. Mylar, oxygen absorber inside. Nice, pull down tight. Very nice. We are affiliated with Wallabies. We've been working with Wallabies for a little over a year now. They're one of our affiliate program guys. Now there's all kind of different companies out there that use Mylar. The choice is yours who you want to use. We show you who we use. That's it. You don't have to purchase through our links. I'll tell you this much, when you use our links, it helps funds everything that we're doing. Everything from what we do here at the house for financial support for my family, but also works on our outreach when we actually do our charity work and things like that for our local community. That funds everything. But you don't have to purchase through us. Never said you had to. You can do many different things. Now for years we used vacuum sealed bags. Vacuum sealed up all of our food. And at times, just depends on what it is, we still use vacuum sealing. But I really love Mylar. It just lasts so much longer. So we have moved everything into Mylar. We've actually opened up a lot of those bags that were vacuum sealed and put them in Mylar. We've just been getting away from that. But there are some products that we still vacuum seal. A lot of medical equipment, stuff like that, we vacuum seal. I don't use much food anymore in vacuum seal. Everything went to Mylar. So this is a very cheap option. Okay, packaging food, meal sizes, things like that yourself, Mylaring it up, putting it into a container that you can actually take to a loved one so they have food. Mylar lasts a very long time, so that is an option for you. Like I said, it's cheaper to do this than it is to go buy 2 weeks supply of this. A lot cheaper. Buying your own food, doing the process yourself is much cheaper, and we've always shown that on this channel. So let's move on. And next up we have a propane grill. This is a Ozark Trail. There's many different types of propane grills out there, guys. Coleman, things like that. These things are great. All right, they use 1 pound propane, or you can get the adapter and you can run it off of a 20-pound tank. So we actually use this in our outdoor kitchen a lot. These are also the type of grills that we get for hurricane preparedness. Also, we had very similar ones that we handed out in Fort Myers and used down there when we were on the soup kitchen. These things are great, a way of boiling water, cooking food during a power outage and disaster. These little stoves, I mean, the Ozark Trails are like $34. I think the Coleman is like $40. So you can't beat it. They do have some that are little butane stoves. I like the propane ones because they just last much longer compared to the burn time, the cook time. So having something like this to throw in a kit too, this way that they have the availability to boil water and also cook the food that you give them. Because if the power goes out and they're using an electric stove, a lot of good that's going to do them. Okay, yeah, this thing's dirty because we've been using it. The Buddy heater systems, Mr. Buddy, Little Buddies, all that stuff, uses propane, 1 pound propane tank. I believe it's like 80 bucks for the heater itself. You get 2 tanks of propane. In my area, $10 now. You used to be able to get 2 for $4. Yeah, I keep propane out here. This is a lifesaver. All right, something like this, it will provide heat for your loved ones when the power's out. Things work great. On high, I can get a little under 2 hours. On low, I can get a little over 4 hours. And we've done a lot of tests because we've been using it a lot with this cold snap we've had down here. I mean, we had 17-degree weather at night at 3 a.m. and it gets a little chilly, all right, especially when the power goes out. Yeah, I still ain't figured that out. We had like 2,700 customers lose power in our local area, and it's right when the storm, everything was happening. Christmas Eve, boom, no power. Yeah, freaking awesome. That was like midnight. So having something like that, emergency heat, it can be stored. You can put in the garage somewhere, put your propane away. That way they have heat. All right, next up we have alternative power. This is the 1800 watt solar generator from Patriots. Now guys, we have done so many reviews on so many different products as far as solar generators are concerned. We always put them through the test. This is one that they sent me a while back. We did a lot of testing. This here is actually going to my mother-in-law. All right, last year I gave her a smaller unit, and one of the first things she asked me was, will it run my coffee pot? Well, the small unit I took her won't, but it'll run lighting and fans because I was more worried about hurricanes because it gets hot down here. And when the power is out, you got to circulate air. This, we've done tests on this. Yeah, it'll run the coffee pot just fine. So having alternative power. All right, now these things are not cheap. No solar generator is cheap. I mean, it's portable power is what this is. We've done everything from running saws, coffee pots. You can even run an air conditioner for a while. To stand window units. So we've shown all this stuff. Alternative power is a great idea. Can you live without power? Yeah, most people can. But the people that are dependent on medical equipment to run, to keep their life going, they need alternative power. Now we have done so many different versions of solar generators, done a lot of testing and things like that. We've done the smaller ones, more cost effective, more easily obtained ones. We're talking 300 to 500 watt solar generators. They're not going to run a lot of the large equipments, but they'll run a CPAP machine for up to 8 hours. So that's why we show all these. We show even the small, cheaper ones that are not very large, not as powerful, but if you just need something for a couple $100 that's going to run your CPAP machine in an emergency, yeah, the smaller ones are great. This is an 1800 watt one. We've done everything with the 2400 watt one with the Oupes. We've been with Oupes for 2.5 years now. We've done all their products, showed all those. Having solar power, a solar generator, something you can recharge, very awesome. So, alternative power. Now this thing here does have some weight. All right. Now these are just ideas. You don't have to do anything I show you. These are things that we're trying to put in place for our family members. Now, I want to take the time to address something right fast, because the comments I read, well, it must be nice to get all that free stuff. Ever since I started my channel, I've encouraged others to create a YouTube channel. I have shown how to edit. I've done video teaching how to edit, how to do YouTube, all this stuff, how to use a camera, to try to help people make another source of income so they can prepare. So when I see the comments, must be nice, I do a lot of work with film, hours, 17 hours editing projects, film work, camera equipment. This is my job. It is nice. It is nice that I don't have to fall, get all busted up, catch on fire for a living anymore. Yeah, I spent 20 years in the welding trade. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice that I'm able to use my knowledge and skill set to teach people. That way they are better prepared for natural disasters and larger events that will come in this way. So yes, it is nice. For those that like to leave the snarky comments like that, my advice to you is get your head out of your rear end. Get to work. Start preparing. Stop mean mugging because others have become successful. I worked my ass off. I'm going to continue to do so. So, with that being said, to everybody else, definitely appreciate you hanging out here with us. Hopefully this is some good ideas for you. Like I said, you don't have to have this stuff for survival. I've shown everything from a bow drill starting a fire. Equipment is nice to have in an emergency, all right, especially when you're trying to get somebody else set up until you can arrive to the location to get them to a safe spot. Having equipment for them is a great idea. Anyway, guys, definitely appreciate you hanging out with me, and I'll speak to y'all later.